In 1918, when World War I ended, Germany was defeated. The streets were filled with hunger, anger, and uncertainty. The empire had collapsed, and a fragile republic had been established in its place, the Weimar Republic. In the middle of this chaos stood a resentful and ambitious man who had served as a corporal in the war, Adolf Hitler. He did not believe Germany had truly lost the war. In his view, the country had been betrayed. This belief would later become the foundation of a narrative that would carry millions behind him. In the early 1920s, Hitler joined a small political party, the Nazi Party. The party was small, but Hitler's oratory was powerful. When he stood before crowds, his voice rose, his sentences sharpened, and he channeled the anger of the masses. In 1923, he attempted to seize power by force in Munich, in what became known as the Beer Hall Putsch. It failed, and he was imprisoned. But this was not his end. While in prison, he compiled his ideas into a book, Mein Kampf. In it, he openly laid out his ideology of nationalism, racism, and territorial expansion. Many people did not take him seriously. That was the first major mistake. In 1929, the world was struck by the Great Depression. In Germany, unemployment rose into the millions. People were desperate. Hitler stepped forward in this environment, promising hope, order, and strength. In 1933, he was appointed Chancellor by German President Paul von Hindenburg. Many politicians believed they could control him. They were wrong. After Hindenburg's death in 1934, Hitler became both head of state and head of government, adopting the title Führer. Opposition parties were shut down. The press was silenced. Concentration camps were established. Fear became part of the system. Germany rapidly rearmed. In 1939, Germany invaded Poland, and thus World War II began. At first, Germany advanced quickly. Much of Europe fell under Nazi control. Hitler appeared almost unstoppable, but as his power grew, so did his mistakes. In 1941, he launched an invasion of the Soviet Union. This decision changed the course of the war. A massive front opened in the east. The Battle of Stalingrad in 1942-43 marked a major turning point for Nazi Germany, resulting in a devastating defeat. At the same time, the full scale of the regime's crimes became evident. The Holocaust was recorded as one of the darkest chapters in human history. The war had entered an irreversible path. In 1944, the Allies landed in Normandy. With D-Day, they began advancing from the west, while Soviet forces pushed toward Berlin from the east. By the spring of 1945, Berlin was surrounded. From his underground bunker, Hitler continued issuing orders detached from reality. The war was lost. On April 30th, 1945, Adolf Hitler committed suicide. The Third Reich collapsed. Berlin lay in ruins. Europe was devastated. Millions had lost their lives. Hitler's rise demonstrated how the anger and despair of a society can be manipulated. His downfall showed what absolute power and extremist ideology can lead to. This is not only the story of one man, but also the story of an era, and history reminds us democracies do not collapse overnight, but they can be eroded step by step. Sometimes the greatest disasters begin at the very moment people say it cannot go that far.